According to the Bureau of Statistics, in Australia alone, there are currently 33,700 people in a same-sex relationship, all of which cannot get married in their own country. This affects 3% of the Australian population and thousands more around the world who are denied of the basic right of marriage. Countries such as New Zealand, Sweden, Canada, America, France, Spain, and South Africa, just to name a few, have legalised gay marriage. However, in most other countries, including Australia, it is illegal. To really understand how this affects the gay community, I've interviewed my auntie Marissa, whose best friend and partner want to get married. Here's what she had to say about her friend's experiences.
I know Sharon from school. We went to school together, so I've pretty much known Sharon all my life.
So have you met Sharon's partner?
Yes, I have, definitely. Marilyn and Sharon have been together now probably about 15 years.
Yeah.
And they are absolutely perfect for each other. Sharon's watched me get married. She's been my bridesmaid. She's seen our other friends get married. She definitely wants to get married and have kids. Sharon and Marilyn have been through the IVF program, and they've also considered adoption. They've definitely been through a lot of hard times with that.
So how has not being able to get married affected them?
They want to be recognised legally as a couple, and that's as plain and simple as it is. We recognise them, they want the law to recognise them.
After the interview, I decided to do a survey of people in my community to see who would agree with Sharon and Marilyn getting married and who opposes to it. After collecting the data, I found some very interesting results. 93% of people said they should be allowed to get married, and contrastingly, 7% of people said they shouldn't. Much like this survey represents, there are many people in the general public and celebrities that are voicing their opinions on the matter. Whether they are for or against same-sex marriage, opinions are often very vocal. Ellen is a great example of this, who is an open supporter of gay marriage, and even publicly addressed an anti-gay priest who sent her homophobic hate mail. We will now explore the Catholic and contrasting religion opinions on this issue. It is widely believed that the Catholic Church doesn't support gay marriage and homosexuality as a whole, and unfortunately for the most part this is true. Some Catholics are certainly more vocal about their opinions than others.
2. Homosexuality is an objective disorder.
The Catholic Church believes it is a sin and going against the way of God. This is an excerpt from the Bible, Matthew 19:4-5, that directly addresses the issue, reinstating the idea that Catholics' views on marriage is solely shared between a man and woman. Though the Catholic perspective is certainly straightforward and some would argue unethical, it's nothing when it compared to other religions. Islam, for example, is a religion that takes its rights and beliefs very seriously. Homosexuality is considered one of the greatest sins and condemned in the story of lots of people in the Quran 1573 to 26:165. The Quran is an Islamic version of a Bible that contains many passages depicting two people of the same sex engaging in an intimate relationship extremely unholy and against the religion. In fact, same-sex intercourse is punishable by the death penalty in 5 official Muslim Islamic nations. Saudi Arabia, Iran, Sudan, and Yemen are just a few of these places. Finally, we'll gain an insight into my perspective of this issue. Firstly, it goes without saying that my views on the Islamic religion's approach to gay marriage are completely opposed. To go as far as murdering a person purely due to sexual orientation is barbaric. It is extremely unethical and goes against all my core values. But what are values and ethics, and how do they relate to this situation? My definition of values are principles that an individual has which defines how they act or what they believe in certain situations. Basically, it affects how you live your life and the choices you make. Values can be taught from others or developed in a person over time. Contrastingly, ethics to me are more to do with morals and a person's moral compass. It is a person's opinion on what is fair and not fair, which can regard political issues, religious beliefs, personal beliefs, and even simple everyday scenarios, like whether to pick up the $10 you found on the floor or not. They connect in the sense that they are both to do with a person's principles and dictate the decisions they choose to make in their lives, however differ in the sense that values are more to do with one person's standards and beliefs, where ethics surround the idea of morals and right and wrong. Subsequently, my values when compared to the Catholic social teachings are once again opposed, but for good reason. In my opinion, the Catholic views are extremely inconsistent when it comes to gay marriage. I've been taught since a very early age, having gone to a Catholic primary school, that God loves all people equally and everyone should be treated the same, having the same rights. Jesus and the Bible also teaches us to love each other and be kind to one another. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. However, these views are extremely contradictory to the complete dismissal and disregard of the gay community in the Catholic Church, simply due to the gender of people they have chosen to love. It is this type of inconsistency and double standards which confuses me greatly and has put me in an opposing disposition. Subsequently, I've been led to the conclusion that my views and ethical beliefs do not align with those of the Catholic Church when it comes to the specific topic of gay marriage. Personally, I believe that you should be able to love whomever you please. Race, religion, or gender should not be a barrier, as love trumps all in any situation.